caladium update. Let me show you how all of them are doing. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is time to give you an update on all the beautiful caladium that I planted back in March, because most of them are finally growing. As always, this is a realistic view because some have not grown at all and some look amazing. And if you want to try caladium, they'll be available with Farmer Gracie from, I think they said December, and you can use my code ROOS for a discount or my affiliate link.
And my code can be used all year for any plants, not just the caladiums.
That really helps me, so if you do, thank you so much. I cleaned up the greenhouse before starting to film because it looked really messy before, lots of just supplies and stuff. But now I'm actually realizing that it's probably a much nicer background to use our garden. So I might turn you a little bit this way. And yes, I am in bikini. It is one of the hottest days again, and I'm filming really early, so the sun hasn't hit our greenhouse yet, which is good because finally you'll be able to see all the plants properly. Let's get started. As always, I'm gonna keep it real because not everything grew at all this year. This was an old bulb from last year. That was actually my favorite plant, the Festivia. And look what grew this year. Absolutely nothing. Actually, I just wanted to feel if there was a point, but I felt, and there's a, wait, I want to show you. There's like a hollow bulb in there. Are you able to see? Is the soil gonna fall over it? Sometimes you can feel underneath the soil there's a little point coming, and then sometimes you can feel, oh, here it is. The bulb is fully rotted, unfortunately. Luckily, I bought a few new ones this year, so it's okay. But this can happen. Sometimes your caladium just rots, and then by the end of summer, this will have fully disintegrated, and you're looking for your bulbs and they're just gone, which is an interesting experience the first time you have it. I've had it a few times already. So that's dead, but we have a few good ones. Oh, actually, let me show you another sad one maybe first. I think this is another one from last year, Caladium Fiesta. And it has not grown at all. So we're gonna again try and find the bulb. Doesn't want to focus on it. Hello. And see if we grab something really rotting. Yep. I can't really show you with this one, it's just falling apart, but there is no more bulb in there. No more viable bulb. But we have some good ones. Okay, now we're really gonna see a good one. Because you can grow bulbs back the next year, as this one shows. This one is also my older bulb. Sometimes I do see that with older bulbs, the leaves are much smaller and the plants are less vigorous because, of course, the growers know exactly how to grow the bulbs in a way that makes them grow very well for us at home the first season. And then the next year, they have less energy because the bulbs get smaller, I think, from making all these beautiful leaves. I don't know exactly how it works, but beautiful. This is Miss Muffet, and it has 4 different growth points. So it's kind of a nice full pot as well. Last year, this was just one bulb, so this is great. I'm happy with this. And I also bought a new one of this. These are the new bulbs that I bought this season from Farmer Gracie, and the leaves are a little bit bigger, especially this one is quite a lot bigger. Almost needs to be a little bit darker for you to see properly. But I did buy 3 bulbs, and in the pot here you can see there is 2 that have grown and 1 that has not grown. Maybe because I overwatered or it wasn't the right temperature for the bulb to grow, because I learned that they probably need quite a warm temperature to come out. And this spring it was not very warm here. And then all of a sudden it became very, very warm. So maybe that's it. I don't know exactly, but I'm happy with the other 2 growing. It's such a cute one. Okay, this is another one. Good example of bulbs the second year. This is, why is it not focusing? Struggling today. But this is my Florida Sweetheart from last year. There's quite a few bulbs in here. As you can see from how it's growing in the pot, some of the bulbs on this, oops, some soil on the ground. Some of the bulbs on this side probably didn't grow or rotted. And then the smaller ones, these did grow, but I don't know, very small. Do I have the other one? The one that I bought fresh actually didn't grow at all. So maybe it wasn't a good year for the Florida Sweethearts. I guess I'm happy I have both now because this bulb probably rotted on, wait, let me put some stuff down. On the other side of the pot, because in my potting up video, if you remember, I decided to combine different things so that I had nice full pots and also that I didn't need as much soil in pots because I had a lot of bulbs this year. And this one did grow. This is the Candidum, which normally looks like this, but all the baby leaves look like this. And there is a ton of baby leaves. I'm hoping that they will continue to grow a little bit bigger. Wow, the birds are going crazy this morning. So yeah, it's really, can you see how full that is? There's a ton growing, and then there's the one leaf that actually looks like Candidum. It is beautiful. I love the green veins. I love the green veins with white. I love them even more with a pink leaf, which I will show you in a second. Can you hear that plane? We live quite close to the airport, so we get loud planes regularly. But yeah, this pot looks kind of weird now because half of it is beautiful and then the other half is just empty. But you'll see that a few more times. Next up, we have a Colocasia. If you remember, I also bought a few garden bulbs and Colocasia bulbs and a banana for my boyfriend that I can show you. This is Colocasia Mojito, and this part tried to grow but didn't. This has died off. Maybe because it was really, really hot and I maybe let them dry out too much, because from what I heard, these can be grown as pond plants, so they can take up quite a lot of water. I love how it looks. I've never been able to grow this before. Look at that leaf. It is beautiful. It's a really cool one, but it's still pretty small. Maybe, no. Ooh, there's a slug on there. Can you see? Soil on the ground. There's a little slug. There's some, what are they called? Oh. In the water, you usually see some springtails, but I'm also seeing some white fluff. So maybe this has some root mealybugs. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't want to squish the slug. Okay, so this is beautiful. It's just a little bit smaller than I was hoping. I really want a big one. These can get huge, and I'll show you a few that did get a little bit bigger for me this year. But yeah. It's beautiful, it's stunning, I love it, but it's not as impressive as I expected, maybe. A little bit more impressive is this one. Look at the beautiful black leaves. This is Colocasia Black Magic. I had 3 bulbs, and these did really well. The size of the leaves is beautiful. There is, of course, some dead leaves as well, because that happens with plants. Might also be because I only water them once a week, and maybe that's not enough, especially in the heat. Probably should check on them a little bit more. But how cool are these? So dark. And I have 2 pots. This is black coral, also new collection, and this has some pest issues. I see some thrips issues here, which of course happens more in our greenhouse because it's open to everything. We have the doors open basically every day this summer. Beautiful. Oh, there's some aphids on this as well. Let me just squish them. Quite a lot of them on this one. So I don't really, except for that the black, whatever it's called, is darker than this one. I don't really see a huge difference. This is a little bit smaller. This was 1 bulb and it grew really well, I think. Let's see the roots on this one. Oh, this looks a little bit more root rotty. So maybe I should check it and repot it. I am gonna do a huge repot in the next few days, but I wanted to have some more time to edit that and put all your questions in as well. So that's why we're doing this video first, and then next week you're getting the repot with all of your questions. Thank you so much if you put them in. I will try and answer all of them. I also need to repot basically all of my cacti, so wish me luck for that. Let's do a good one next. Something that I love in caladium. This is Caladium Fanny Munson. From what I see, this is the one I had left over from last year. 3 bulbs. And they are all really different this year. Like this one is super dark. This is what you see on the images of Fanny Munson. Fanny Munster. This is more what I get usually with the amount of light that I give them. And they are, can you see how see-through they are? Here's a really other one. This one I think was getting a little bit too much light. Then they sometimes get more green in the leaf to kind of protect themselves. So I moved this to less light, and that seems to have helped because look, the newest leaf hidden here is really light pink and super see-through. And there's more on the way. 3 of them are all growing. Fanny Munson is one of my favorites when it's not as green. This is not my favorite, but like when it's like this or like that new leaf, stunning. This is a bit folded over maybe from the older leaves, but it's so cool. And then the one that I bought this year, you're gonna be sad about. Well, I'm sad about because that did not grow at all this year. I bought 3, nothing grew. So this does look pretty wet, which happens when there's no roots in the pot to take up the soil. But I treated it the exact same way as the others. Sometimes you're just not lucky, maybe. Or maybe I'm not so good at caladiums. So I don't know which one, but I'm guessing these are all rotted. I'll check them after. Next to that empty pot, we had this pot, which is Caladium Kathleen. Where is it? Leftover from last year. This is not my favorite in colors, but it is every year the first one that grows, which I think is very interesting. Every year, the first leaf that opens is Kathleen. So that gives it good vibes for me. Plus, the pink matches my bikini today. Very cute. So it gets to stay. And it's made it through its 2nd year also. So that's impressive, Kathleen. Good job. But it's not my favorite. Then we have some of the combination pots that were the ones that I didn't know what they were going to look like. And I potted 3 different ones together. I did this in, I think, 2 pots. I'll show you the other one next. This is a combination of Caladium Limelight, which seems to be this one. It's a little bit pastel, so it's harder. Wait, I'm going to make the camera a little bit darker for this. There you go. A little bit easier to see. Sometimes it's a little bit overlit. It's pretty, but it's not my favorite. I feel like Miss Muffet is more impressive because it's a little bit more contrasty. Also, I am not a huge fan of pastel, so maybe my mom loves this one. She loves pastels. Then we have Caladium Gingerland, which I think is this one. Also not my favorite. I don't know. It looks a bit messy. I prefer, I think, veins standing out, but it is making a flower. This one. So that's good, and a new leaf here. And then the last one in this pot is Caladium Buck, which is the red and green one. Ooh, there's water in the bottom of the pot sloshing about. And that, oh no, the other one is, there's 2 flowers coming out in here. I like how it looks, but it's not my favorite. Here you can see all 3 of them together. And now you see I need to adjust the light again because it's a little bit too dark. See, all 3 in a row. Very nice. But you'll see I prefer other ones that are coming. There's lots of stuff on the ground now. This is another combination pot I created with bulbs that I did not know much about. This one seems to be Caladium Pink Beauty. This one and this one. I think, yeah. This one grew really well. There's leaves all over the place. They're not huge, but growing happily. And I really do like the see-throughness of the center of the pink. Can you see how much see-throughness there is? On this side we have Caladium Florida Moonlight, which is, again, I need to adjust the light to make it a little bit better visible, better viewable. It's a super white leaf, also see-through, not as much as the pink, with green edges. And it's made, I think this may be the biggest caladium leaf that I have so far, except for the limelight that I just showed you. Yeah, this might be the biggest leaf. I posted this on my community tab as well with a photo. If you haven't seen that, you can always check my tab. What is it called? Community tab or posts or something, where I post when I post photos on Instagram, then I post them on there as well with little updates. And the third one in here is called Frida Hempel. Caladium Frida Hempel. And that has not grown. I'm just realizing. Because, can you see in this pot? This one needs to be on the side. There. It's too dark. I always forget I need to switch back to lighter mode. But yeah, this whole side of the pot is just empty. So Frida Hempel did not grow. But these two are both making flowers. And I don't know, do you like the combinations? I think it's interesting, but they are not my favorite ones. So let me show you some other ones that I do love. Apparently I made 4 combination pots. I forgot about that. This one looks like this. So one of them is growing a little bit, Florida Elise. Just a tiny plant. You can't really see anything on it yet. Maybe this one is also growing. The White Queen. There is a point here, see? We'll have to wait and see. And then the Pink Cloud. I feel, yep, a rotted bulb. And the Caroline Wharton. I feel nothing. Oh, yep, there it is. A rotted bulb again. So 2 maybe growing, but not very fast compared to the others. And 2 rotted. I think from now on, it's a little bit better news. One that I almost forgot, this is the Colocasia Blue Hawaii. That Hawaii, if you want to say it correctly. My brother works on Hawaii, so he explains how if you're saying it properly, apparently it's Hawaii with a V. So this one was doing really well. It made a leaf. It was a really thick bulb, I think left over from last year, or maybe it was new, I don't know, but it was a really thick bulb, so it took much longer to root and start to grow than it did, and all the roots rotted off. And I just decided to pot it back up, remove all the rot, and then pot it back up. And as you can maybe see at the top there, there's some fresh roots growing. So it's working, and this new leaf opened as well. So it's not super impressive yet, but it has potential if I can manage to keep the roots happy. This is my favorite one of all of the ones, I feel like. Well, it was last year, but this year it's not doing so well, so it's a little bit less favorite. This is the new Festivia bulbs, or Festiva. I still always mess that up. The 2 labels are different. It did start to grow. I absolutely love the pink with the bright green veins. And it's kind of see-through as well. It's so beautiful. But it's growing really slow. There were 3 bulbs in here. One is definitely growing. One is growing, but a very small plant. And then it seems one is not growing at all. So is it another year that's tricky for the caladiums? Or I don't know what exactly. But this is definitely still one of my favorites. The colors are so beautiful. Actually, I want to show you this one as well. This is a fun one. I bought this last year and I left it potted up. It was a huge bulb of Hedychium Gardnerianum, I think. And it's some kind of lily, because I was looking for this specific smell of, I think they're called ginger lilies. The smell in the botanical gardens is insane. I love it so much. Tried to grow it. Nothing happened for a whole year. I just left it in the pot because at the end of the season I saw a little point, and then the huge bulb that was in here fully rotted, but the stems managed to survive. So now we have 2 little ginger stems. They do have some thrips on them. You can even see them on the regular camera, so I don't have to make zoom in footage. But I'm hoping that at some point we'll get these to flower so I can smell if it is actually the thing that I meant. Because I don't know. I was looking and I couldn't find it. They had them in the botanical gardens of London. Kew. It was Kew for sure, yeah. In like one of the more orchidy houses. The smell is so good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, one day we'll get that smell in the greenhouse. Ooh. Whoa. This is unexpected. These were hiding a lot of the leaves behind the shelves. Wait, my hands are so full. Okay. It's really hot already. It's like 10:20 right now, and the hair down is intense. So these are Caladium Spring Fling. These were my bulbs from last year, 3 of them, and all 3 grew. And what I love about these is not when you give them too much light, because then they get this green. There's another plane. Can you hear it? I wonder if the mic picks it up. It must. This is what I mean. It gets kind of a green haze when it gets too much light, because I feel like protection. It's like, okay, we're getting enough light. We don't have to be cute and white and pink like these ones, because when I moved it to less light, or when they're facing away from the window, you get leaves like this and this. How beautiful is that? And then they can also come in quite white, which doesn't always happen for me. I don't know exactly what makes them come out white instead of green, but here's one that's pretty white. And then this one is half white, half pink. Can you see that? It almost looks variegated because this side is much less developed. Why is my camera struggling to focus on this? See this part, you can see a line separating, and it's much more sad looking. Like I'm holding it flat right now and it's very misshapen on the one side. So this is actually doing really well once I remembered to not give them as much light. But wait until you see the one that I bought this year. It's sticking to me already. Okay, so this is Caladium Spring Fling, 3 bulbs bought this year. And they're so beautiful. You see some of the older leaves have the same thing with the green. And then I gave it less light. So, oh, there's a flower here as well. This was leaning against the shelf, so it has no structural integrity on its own. Look at that. You can even see the veins of the leaf behind it. That's how see-through they really are. So that's kind of a nice way to be able to show you. There's so many leaves too. It's stunning. And when they're smaller, they look like this, which is also really cute, I think. Yeah, this might be my favorite one this year. I wanted to grow this one for so long, but I never got the bulbs. And then I found Farmer Gracie and I ordered them last year and then this year again because they're so cool. And I'm starting to get better at understanding them so that I can offer what they need. What do you think? Ooh, yeah. Then we also have the Musa that I bought for my boyfriend, the red banana. And that is growing in the garden in one of the L-hole pots that we have around our outdoor shower. It's growing really well now. It was struggling a little bit. We had some storms in spring and it was all the way like bent in the stem or from the roots. But I gave it a little spalk. What do you call that? Like when you break a bone, you put something next to it to tie it up. I gave it a little stick to support it to stay upright again. And it worked. It's growing a beautiful leaf again now. And it's surrounded by lovely... Oh, my nose piercing is falling out, sorry. And it's surrounded by beautiful peonies? Is that what they're called? No. Klaprozen. Poppies. Poppy flowers, I think. I love the pattern on it. It's beautiful. And I'm happy that we tried it and that I gifted it to my boyfriend, who is obsessed with bananas. As you can see in the garden behind me, we have a ton. There's another plane. Okay, I have one more to show you, but this one... Should I wait until the plane is gone for audio purposes? Look at my cute bikini. It has little ruffles. I just bought it and it's so cute. I think I'm gonna tie my hair up because it's really hot. Okay, plane is gone. Hair is up. I'm ready. This is the last one that I'm showing you this year. As you can see, it is a huge full pot because I've grown this now for a few seasons. I think this is the 2nd or 3rd year. 2nd maybe. This is Caladium Autumn Beauty. Stuff is falling on me. I bought it as 3 bulbs and they all made babies and all the babies grew. It is such a prolific one. And unfortunately, I can't, yeah, a little bit on this side maybe. When you give this one more light, it's really impractical, this big pot. So when they're not getting a lot of light, they look kind of like this. And when you give them more light, they become more red. even super dark red. I currently don't have that, but hopefully after these next few days, I guess maybe down here you can see, because we are having a lot more sun right now. And then sometimes you also get these really nice green patterns on it. Yeah, this one has nice as well. Green spots. My arm biceps are burning from holding this pot up. It is so full. At the moment, I don't think Farmer Gracie, sorry, slapped you in the face with some leaves. I don't think Farmer Gracie is offering these at the moment. So I got them from a different seller a few years ago, but I didn't have to buy them again this year because they are growing so prolifically. So I am very happy with the autumn beauty. I just want to sun stress them a little bit more to get a little bit more of the red colors coming out. Here's, oh, I bumped my own face with it. Here's a really cute baby one with a lot of red. Okay, so we put this down here because it gets the prime spot at the moment. And then I'm holding this one up again because it's a little bit easier. And it might be the most beautiful one this year. If you are looking for your caladium bulbs, they are probably not for sale anywhere right now because they are seasonal. You usually plant them in the spring and then they grow all summer. And then at the end of the summer, they die down. You take out the bulbs, if there's still bulbs left, if they haven't rotted like some of mine. And then you can regrow them again the next spring. So I just store them. I showed this in a different video, but I wanted to mention it. I store them in paper bags, just the bulbs in paper bags. In a dark, cold spot in the house. And I'm out of breath now. So I'm gonna cool down a little bit. If you enjoyed this video, oh, that's what I wanted to say. If you're buying them from Farmer Gracie, then you can use my code and my link. I will post again once they are for sale so that you're reminded. But the code is Roos, or you can use my link, which is, I think, farmergracie.co.uk/Roos. It will be on the screen and in the description. If you use that, that really helps me because they pay me a small amount every time someone orders, an affiliate link that is called, and that really helps me to pay the mortgage and stuff. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe below if you haven't already. You can click the bell to get notified whenever I upload a video. Leave a nice comment, and I will see you in the next video, which will hopefully be the questions video. I'm also planning to go to another few garden centers to make tours again for the summer. The Bosrand in Tuin Lisse maybe, if they're willing to switch off the music, because I was gonna film there last week and then they couldn't switch off the music, so I couldn't film, unfortunately. And I'm also thinking of doing a full houseplant tour to show how the plants are looking now. Hey, Mickey! Because everything is looking pretty good right now, so it's nice to capture that for whenever in winter I get sad that everything is not looking so good. Mickey is here. Do you want to say goodbye? Do you want to say goodbye to everyone? Come here. I have to be careful, but here is Mickey. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And we will see you in the next video. Oh, are you enjoying looking up? I have to be careful because these scratches are from Mickey. This scratch is from Mickey, so he can be a wild one. Orange cat, right? Thank you so much, Reds. See you in the next one. Bye! Mickey, I'm covered in cat hairs now. But I'm also showing you the ones that I grew. Ow, what is happening? I also, but now I'm realizing that the garden is probably a nicer background, except my boyfriend's swim shorts are here.